there's no place I'd rather be. Live and die in Africa.
In the heart of Nairobi, where dreams shimmer like marriages, 4 brothers bound by art and melody, their voices plastered on Nairobi's skyline, their souls intertwined like the rhythms of their music. But every story reaches a turning point, and even the sweetest harmonies face dissonance. So on 3rd November 2023, these 4 brothers who had moved from hustle to harmony took their final honorable bow before their fans and the world to mark the end of a melodious era that painted Africa's soul. But their story lives on like legends. Long live the kings of Nairobi. Their music, a tapestry woven from the city's grit and grace. This video isn't just about their music. It is a manifesto, a declaration of love to our band that gave this city better days, retelling both our scars and our sunshine. Give us hope, love letters, broadened our culture, left us stories and proud memories that we will relive to the next generations. Ladies and gentlemen, the legacy of Sauti Sol.
Honorable adjudicators, ladies and gentlemen, in front of you is Sauti Sol from Upper Hill Secondary School to present a poem entitled Shake Your Bum Bum.
Polycarp Otieno loved playing his guitar in his church's choir, so it wasn't something new that he was playing at the Alliance Française stage when he met Chimano.
So I moved on to high school and my passion changed from congas to guitars.
Bien Aim, a tall swanky lad that loved music as much as he loved singing to the screams of the ladies, but I digress. Bien wasn't alone in his singing journey. As a member of Voices in the Light, a musical group from Upper Hill School, Nairobi, he had his own crew. As they say, birds of the same feather tend to flock together.
Are you going to be there when the storm comes? Are my friends really my friends? Or are they just a bunch of guys who are here for, the fun times?
He led Polycarp Otieno to Uhuru Park for practice. There he met the rest of the crew, Savara, who would have been a football player in another world, and Chimano, the fashionista of the band. Together they became voices in the sun. But this is Nairobi, and we speak Sheng more than Swahili here, so Sauti Sol.
Since you guys are selling out every show, please allow us to perform before any of your shows. What to do? It's part of the process.
Sauti Sol began as an a cappella group of 4 boys. Bien Aim, who had a journalism degree from the United States International University, aka USIU. Chimano, who had the same degree in journalism from the University of Nairobi. Savara, who studied in African Azorian University and was awarded a commerce and finance degree, and Polycarp, the actuarial scientist who had studied at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Something and Technology, aka JKUAT. But don't let this degree scare you, because one thing about Nairobi, it will humble you.
That whole situation made me build discipline in my craft to make sure that I wake up in the morning and I work so hard that I never have to go back there again.
Of course, one would say that the boys had some sort of privilege that would have allowed them easy access to the corporate world. The story even goes, as told by Bien, that he got into a nasty accident that broke his jaw into 2 and left him almost teethless when he was supposed to be leaving Kenya for the UK, and Savara had gotten another opportunity to go abroad to advance his life. Man make plans, but God laughs, right?
I was called to a school called Upper Hill. And in Upper Hill, that's where I met Savara and Chimano, my Sauti Sol brothers. We started singing when we were 15 years old.
As fate would have it, and as Savara said, maybe that was a sign that they were meant to stay together and do this music thing. So these 4 souls merged a kaleidoscope of dreams. They hustled, buzzed, and dreamed on the dusty stages, and soon they had their debut album, Mwanzo, which translates to beginning. This was 2005 and the beginning of an 18-year-old journey. You must know the song. Nikupeleke Java, Tunywe Kahawa, Tukizuba, Duba Duba. Yeah, that was one of the singles from that album. As Chimano said, Sauti Sol became the first Kenyan band to record socially conscious music. They say art is the mirror of the culture, right? So in 2011, Sauti Sol dropped their second album, Soul Philosophia, loosely translated as the philosophies of Sauti Sol. This body of work transformed the culture and was palatable to every individual of that generation. You know, the millennials, Gen X, us Gen Zs, we were still babies just singing along to the song Coming Home. I would sing it, but my people say that they'd rather not scratch their ears off. So out of respect for them, I must say, my days are long. I miss your touch. I'm coming home. You know it. This video earned them the Best Music Video Awards at the 2011 Kisima Music Awards and the Best Fusion Group of the Year Awards. In July 2012, they released their self-titled extended play or EP Sauti Sol that had been a collaborative effort with South African avant-garde rapper and record producer Spec Matambo. The EP had 6 tracks, including Love or Leave and Range Rover. What was not on the album though was Money Lava. Money Lava is the older version of I'm Catching Flights, not Feelings, cause I still don't know if you'd rather cry in a Range Rover or laugh on a Boda Boda. But wait, I almost forgot to mention, remember Gentleman, the song they had with rap group P Unit? I'm a gentleman. This was also a hit song that shook the culture. This song had Nairobi on a chokehold. It was in smoky bars, matatus, the streets, everywhere. It also got them a nomination for the Teenage Collabo Award, which they lost to, guess who? Camp Mola, baby!
When we were in the boy band, there's a song we did called Nishike. And in that song, we were just whining, topless, with lots of oil on our bodies. Girls were feeling us.
Girls were feeling.
But my mom called me and she was like, yo, Alusa, why are you topless?
But their roots remained in red art, their voices echoing the stories of young lovers under starry skies. Some love stories are more dramatic than others, so when they dropped Nishike on 29th April 2014, there was an uproar, mostly from parents who held the ears of their children and especially their eyes from this, and I quote, erotic music that wasn't the norm of the African culture those days. Kenya was coming from a conservative era and held on to strong beliefs of modesty in every aspect of life. So for Sauti Sol to release Nishike, breaking artistic boundaries, especially the Kenyan media, what? Nishike was banned from local TV shows due to a media uproar because of its steamy content. The parents were screaming while we were just staring at those abs like... Anyways, Bien later expressed that, and I quote, I refuse to be a secular artist boxed by society to restrict my freedom of expression.
Where?
The same year, the boys were nominated for the Best Group Award at the 2014 MTV Africa Music Awards, but eventually lost out to South Africa's Mafikizolo.
Live and die in Africa, yeah. Why that title, actually?
Live and die in Africa.
It's just cheaper to live and die in Africa. Things are cheap, the wood is...
I remember Live and Die in Africa. That album has my heart. I can still dance to every note of that single, and especially Sura Yako. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Live and Die in Africa was released on the 21st of November 2015 and was available as a free download for Sauti Sol's fans globally for 48 hours as an early Christmas gift to Lifurahia. A total of 400,000 downloads were made during the free period. This album was iconic because it was released under the imprint label Sauti Sol Entertainment as a self-produced work. They were cheap, we understand. It was no surprise when the fourth single of the album, Sura Yako Muzuri Mama, had a spin-off Lipala dance on Instagram that sparked an online dance movement in Africa and across the globe. I know you know that dance at your big age.
I would urge like young people out there, if you have passion in something, even PR, even like social media, try something out. These things have money. It's just that our country and society hasn't developed or matured to that point, but it's coming. And
Sauti Sol had become Nairobi's favorite gem for a time, and it was time for this talent to share its honey with the rest of Africa. The album African Source was an exemplary blend of culture between mostly West Africa and Nairobi. Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Patoranking, Yemi Alade, Tufan, for Pedro are all amazing artists that collaborated with the boys to produce what they term an art and cultural exchange master. I'll credit Coca-Cola Studio for bridging these relationships and, sound travel second, first, after light. Primarily an Afro-pop and R&B record, African Source marked a departure from their primarily traditional acoustic sound of their previous albums, or is it acoustic sound? It had 13 tracks supported by singles Melanin with Patoranking, Girl Next Door with Tiwa Savage, African Star with Africa's giant Burna Boy, all from the West, and of course our very own icons, Calligraph Jones. Success is poisonous. So many people keep hating on us. This video, no cap, made me love the matatu culture more. It was like my eyes were open to these amazing works of art with 4 wheels, and I was hooked. They also collaborated with Nyashinski, who has a new album out, by the way, shameless plug, with the song Short and Sweet. Now, when 2 icons meet, it's a problem. When 2 Nairobi icons meet, it's a catastrophe. When 2 Nairobi's favorite icons meet.
So I'ma keep it short and sweet.
To Zion, to Zion, to Zion. Yeah.
Nobody likes to talk about 2020. It's like that ex that you wish you didn't know, especially for the most of Africa. It was devastating. But God gave us Sauti Sol that in those depressing days, their music were a beacon of hope for the nation. Like sweet honey on a dry mouth, Midnight Train was here, and hopefully all go to Zion. By then, Sauti Sol had announced on Twitter or your X that they had signed a record deal with Universal Music Africa, a subsidiary of Universal Music Group. They admitted that the record deal took a long time because they were looking for a tailor-made record deal, as fresh cut as the gentlemen they are. The album had 13 tracks and features from Xenia Manasseh, Show Majozi, our very own Okelo Max, Bin Soul, and Very the Storyteller, Walifunika. So Extravaganza was released in 2019, right? That had Very the Storyteller and Bin Soul, who were then newly signed to their label Soul Generation, that has a rooster as their logo. These 2 fine lads are of great credit to not only the legacy of Sauti Sol, but the light for socially conscious music for our generation. I just want to give them their flowers because they deserve it. Anyways, 2020 also brought us to the behind the scenes of the life of Sauti Sol through their reality series Soul Family that aired on Showmax. 2022 saw Sauti Sol tour Europe as their last tour as Sauti Sol. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many amazing songs from the boys that I might have missed, because with Sauti Sol, they rarely miss. And if it's not a hit song, Bien didn't write it. He said it, not me. But you'll know them by heart. Some are still your favorites, part of your memories. And our streets, Nairobi, will never forget that there was something as great as Sauti Sol in here. So you can imagine how shocking it was when they announced that they had come to their final destination as a band we grew to love. They had amicably agreed to end their 18-year-old journey to pursue individual projects. As much as we hated it, as much as we cried, as much as we begged, we had to let them go. Bien is still writing hit songs, so is Savara. Polycarp enjoys fatherhood as we don't see him often. And where is Chimano? Probably somewhere fashionable. They're still brothers, forever Sauti Sol. I'm still Albertina, and thank you for being part of this S video moment time, whatever it is to you. From Nairobi, with love. Adios.